This video hurts to make. This video hurts a lot to make, actually, believe it or not. As a lot of you may know, just because it was one of the biggest events that's happened recently, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct came out, at least for me, yesterday. And I remember waking up like it was yesterday, because it was yesterday, and watching the Nintendo 2 Direct. Incredibly excited to see what they had. Seeing the Mario Kart World trailer video genuinely was one of the coolest things for me. I've been playing Nintendo devices since I was like 3 years old. My dad had a Super Nintendo and I played on that. And then and a Wii. So we had a Super Nintendo and a Wii. So I used the Wii a lot, and then when I turned around 5 years old, I was one of the very few that actually bought a Nintendo Wii U. I was one of the 22 million that had one. And then I had a 3DS and I had a Switch. And now the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out, and its marketed price, the guessing for this price is going to be $450. Do you know how much that hurts as a Nintendo fan? Now, the price of the console, $450, that one I can kind of get, because honestly, with all the things that they're adding to the Nintendo Switch 2, like the 120 frames, the much better graphics that the Switch needed from the get-go. Honestly, even when the Switch 1 came out, they were using outdated hardware. So to finally get something that can run Elden Ring is genuinely crazy. And to see the games that they're going to be able to produce on this thing, like, I know for a fact I'm incredibly excited for Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart, some new type of 2D Mario game, another Mario Odyssey, did I say Mario Maker? I'm not 100% sure. But all those games are going to do so much better on the Switch 2. Like, I know for a fact that, like, there's going to be, like, full 3D renderings on the new Mario Maker, like Mario Maker 3 or something, or maybe Mario Maker World, if they want to call it that. And I'm excited for these games. But again, these high prices on the games, man, it really does feel like a slap in the face. And I was watching Moist Critical's video, and he said it perfectly. This company does not care about their fans at all. I literally grew up on Nintendo. I still have Nintendo stuff in my room. Like, to the left of me as I'm recording, I can see my Nintendo Switch and all my games. And then I look to the right, and I see all my Wii and Wii U games. So I've had Nintendo stuff my entire life, and I have this just giant brick of $80 digital purchase and $90 physical games, but the physical games don't even work. It's just the key to get into the digital games. You are spending $10 on plastic and paper and a little cartridge. It doesn't even run the game. It is just there as a digital download. It's the equivalent of spending $10 more to get a box with a code in it. Do you know how much that hurts as a Nintendo fan? I remember the days of Nintendo not being, well, I guess maybe they were always greedy. But from my lens, like remember the good days of Nintendo? Like, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was genuinely the most hype game. That game, when it came out, was so incredibly hype. I remember getting it super well. 2019, December 25th. I got it on Christmas morning. The second I woke up, my mom gave me the game, and I immediately screamed my sister's name because we loved Smash Bros. On the Wii U. Ran upstairs. Her friend, I think her name was Melody. I'm not 100% sure, honestly. I haven't talked to her since this day. We all ran upstairs and we played Smash Bros. For 4 hours straight. Obviously, we're little kids, but I'm saying that, like, I have such fond memories with Nintendo, and as a 17-year-old that is going into college soon, going into college next year, like, I don't have the money for this. Like, obviously, I know gaming isn't going to be cheap. Like, I know that from the get-go. Like, I'm not saying, oh, Nintendo needs to lower their costs to make gaming accessible for anyone. No, they're a company. I get that. But the $90 fee, it really hurts. Because at the end of the day, I know I'm still gonna get one. Like, I want to play these games so bad, but man, does it hurt. It feels like the biggest slap in the face that Nintendo can do. And the thing I don't get is why. Like, genuinely, they could have just raised the price to $70 to take into account inflation, and nobody would have complained about that. Honestly, I truly believe if they raised it to 70. Like, does anybody remember that one news article about GTA 6 costing $100, or that one GTA employee saying that theoretically people should have to spend money for the amount of time that they play on a game? So like, if there was like an hourly rate of $1, so if you played the game for 100 hours, you'd have to pay $100. Like, this idea isn't that far-fetched anymore. I am calling it now, and this is very, very, very sad to say, I am calling it now, Nintendo is going to do something like that, where they have like a time per, like an hour of game time that you could do for free, or you have to spend money on. Like, they already have their Nintendo Online service, but what is stopping them from doing like a demo where if you want to play or take access to some of their games, like, you could spend maybe like $20, and then if you beat the game quicker, then yay, you don't spend as much money. But they're gonna like pick some like giant games. Like, if I knew Nintendo, and I unfortunately I have to, Nintendo Switch 2 plus Mario Kart World Bundle, $500. And you know the amount of scalpers that are going to get on this? I'm calling it now. The Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be the hardest console to get for the entirety of 2025. Right now, I know it is going to be. Thankfully, or I guess not as thankfully, I don't really play games as much, like, on the video game console. I don't really use my Switch. The last time I used my Switch was for Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I was genuinely incredibly happy for that game. But I just really use my computer to edit videos. But this Switch 2 thing, it hurts. It really hurts. Like, they have to do something about the pricing. Because with other consoles, they take a loss on the product, but they make it back with like the longevity of the device. I'm calling it, they probably would make more money if they sold the Switch 2 for $400 and the bundle for $450, because of how ludicrous the pricing is for the games. They would make so much money off the games. Look, it's just one giant slap in the face, honestly. Going back to what I was saying, Nintendo is 100% going to add an hourly thing, where you have to spend a certain amount of money every hour if you want to continue to play a game. So to see them do such a expensive thing, like, it hurts. And then another thing, they've always kind of been like this, even with the Switch 1, their Joy-Con drift that was so infamous, they didn't do anything with that for the entirety of the Switch 1's lifespan. They didn't really fix the problem. They offered like ways to fix it, but they never fixed it on the controller. And I'm calling it now, these Joy-Con 2s are gonna cost like $100, and they're gonna still have Joy-Con drift. So it is better to keep your Nintendo Switch 2 in a glass box to prevent any damage from happening to it, because of how damn expensive it's going to be. But kind of rant over, I just really wanted to talk about how the Switch 2 is kind of killed its hype. Like, it has such crazy games, but the price on this, dude, is expensive as hell. No one is going to buy it. Like, the amount of people that are going to say, I'm sorry, we can't afford it, to their kids is going to be really sad. And yeah, that's it, honestly.